Hello, my mindful adventurers. Are you ready for your weekly dose of the blog post this week? This week is the final week of the softening month. We started off this month softening into our own power, becoming soft. This does not mean that we are doormats. This does not mean that we're little baby bitches. It doesn't mean that we're pushovers, right? It means that we're softening into our power. We're allowing ourselves to feel and breathe and be as we were meant to be and not be like tied up and concerned with all the noise and the static of the world. The second week, we talked about signs and synchronicities from the universe, because from the universe, the creator, in the universe, through the creator, through the from the creator through the universe, because the universe is what the creator uses to talk to us, how to use to speak to us, and it's up to us to interpret those things for ourselves, not other people to interpret those things for us. Then the next week, we talked about the guest list, who's invited, who's not invited, who do you want to bring to the feast, who you don't want to bring to the feast, because it's about you, right? And if you let a bunch of people come in that aren't meant to be there, they're going to ravage the feast. They're going to take everything, eat everything, drink everything, and leave you with a mess that you got to clean up. And then the people who are actually invited, who are supposed to be there, are going to be like, where the fuck, where's my shit, right? And then we talked about balancing the workroom and the sanctuary. The workroom is the place that we go to get stuff done, where we go to work on ourselves, to work on our emotions, to work on who we are as people, and to better ourselves. And in the sanctuary, we are able to do as we please. We're able to exist without worrying about what people may or may not say, or how they may or may not show up in our lives, because we're our own safe space. We're our own sanctuary. We are who we are deeply and soulfully in this place. We're able to be ourselves, right? You can do whatever you want in this place. This is a place of no rules, regulations, or mandatory tasks that need to be done, right? And we learned how to balance between the two. A lot of us are really familiar with the workroom, right? A lot of us are really familiar with that energy, that chaos, the static, that noise. But not a lot of us are very familiar with and open to the sanctuary, the place that we're able to just be and exist. Then last week, we talked about the balancing. This week is all about taking that sanctuary with us into the world. It's about us really understanding and realizing that heaven on earth is not a place, right? Heaven on earth is within us. It is something that we experience within ourselves. It's a mindset. It is something that we must realize that it's something that we must realize that is not a physical place. It is something within us. It's something that we call upon ourselves. It's a mindset. It is that inner peace, that inner knowing, that knowing what your birthright is. I'm gonna put the link to that up here, the birthrights video, because that's a good video. Because we are worthy of peace, joy, love, abundance, like to be wealthy, like abundance in everything, not just and wealthy in everything, not just money. Like abundant in love and nurturing and connections and all that good stuff, right? So we all lock in, right? My name is Jamila Luckett. I know I haven't said my name yet. I know you guys clicked on this and you're like, what? Just know all that stuff was up here if you want to go back, and also down in the description. Also, at any point in this video, if you decide you want to go read the blog post, which is totally understandable, sometimes I do ramble a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a yapper. I like to yap, and I have lots of stories I like to share. And this is supposed to be a little bit different from the blog post anyway. So if you decide to go read the blog post, come back. Okay. The link to this is in the bottom of the blog post. The blog post video, the blog post title is Heaven on Earth, carrying the sanctuary into the world. Like I said, we're carrying that sanctuary into the world. It's heaven on earth, right? Right. So how do we do that? How do we carry that into the world? Like, how do we do that, right? So let's go ahead and jump into the afterglow of the sanctuary. I hope the wind is not winding too much for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the mic. And I'm going to hold the mic. Be very gentle with this mic, because I know that sometimes it gets a little too loud. Okay. So we are more than likely, if you've been with me since the beginning of this month, we started a 21-day challenge where we intentionally took the time to be intimate with ourselves and to soften into our own power. And that takes time. Like, that takes time. And 21 days is about how long it takes to build a new habit in your life. And so if you've been with me since the beginning, you know that this is the end. We're not doing that anymore. And now we are working on taking that new habit and making it fact, making it wisdom within our bodies. Because wisdom is not just knowledge. Knowledge, you know something, okay, cool. But wisdom is something you do without really thinking about it. It's like a second nature. It's not, wisdom is not knowledge. Knowledge is not wisdom. You can have knowledge to create wisdom, but wisdom enacts knowledge for other people, if that makes sense. So like your wisdom will show other people that they will acknowledge, and the knowledge will be seen. I don't I hope you're staying with me. I know it can be a little confusing. Maybe I'll put something up on the screen that explains it. I don't know. With great knowledge comes great response. Okay, I want to stop being a geek for a second. So we're probably, like, you're probably still in the 21-day like reset. You're probably in that glow that after, like, like, oh, I worked on myself and I'm like, feeling good, right? And you want to, like, still you want to check in with yourself. Like, how do you react, right? When you're in the hustle and bustle of the city, because we're like I said last week, my favorite place is the woods. I love the woods. I also love the ocean. And that bay window. I told you a bay window, so like French bread, like anyway. But when you leave that area, right, and you go into the city, the hustle and bustle of your everyday life, your busy life, because your life is busy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys don't have a busy life. You more than likely have a busy life. When you don't have a busy life, then you're busy up here. That's just how humans work. I mean, that's what I've noticed in my own life. If I'm not busy up here, I'm busy out here. But if I'm busy in here, I'm not really busy out here. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do when the phone alarms or when it calls? What do you do when when the phone's ringing, when you have a bunch of deadlines, when people are all up in your face, what do you do? Are you reactive to it, or do you sit there in your own power, in your own sovereignty, and be like, how do I feel about this? And when do I feel like I should come at this when I'm level headed, obviously, because when people come at you crazy, we gonna get into that later, because I literally have like a story I'm gonna like talk about. Okay. But like, how do you respond to digital noise? How do you respond to noise in general? Do you like react to it immediately, or is it something that you remain in your power? You don't give your power away. In other words, you don't react out. You don't like when you act out, you act a certain way, and then you're like, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have not have done that. Like, that's giving your power away, right? When you have regrets, like, I'm not saying every time you have regrets, you're giving your power away. No. But what I am saying is, like, when you act in a way that you know that deep down you don't want to act that way, that's giving your power away. Right? Right! I need to stop saying right. But also, like, it works so well. Like, maybe this is the only filler I'm going to keep. I'm going to try to stay away from most fillers. Like, you guys saw me last week. I know I was talking about fillers and shit. Helicopter. Okay, so yes, the story is right here. It's literally the next note. Okay, so let's say your boss gets mad, right? Just real mad at you for something that was very simple, something that maybe you had no knowledge that you even did to like cause this anger in your boss, right? I had a very angry boss. If you're watching this, Joe, you know who the fuck you are. Anywho, which probably won't ever watch this. I don't see him doing this kind of work, but people change. Anyway, so bro would get mad at me for like stuff I never did, and he would also get mad at me for stuff I did, which whatever. But the way he got mad was, so I worked in a dairy farm, right? I was basically his fucking manager, getting paid garbage, by the way, to basically do half of his fucking work. Every time I showed up, and I was committed. Like, I would be like, I would basically work every day. Not the same hours he did, but I'd basically work every day, milking the cows, taking care of the cows, feeding the cows, taking care of the calves, checking on the other cows, like mowing lawns, doing shit for his mom. Like I was A1 like employee after like only 4 months of me being there. I was doing all the shit. Like I mean, after about a month of me being there, I was doing all the shit, but I was like good at it. You know what I mean? I was that good, delicious employee. Anyway, I was trained. I was trained. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I was real trained and really good at what I was trained in. But he would come in and he'd be mad as fuck. Like, bro would be like throwing bales of hay. Like, he'd be scaring the cows. I mean, not like he'd be like going out of his way to scare the cows. Like, boo, no. But like he'd be yelling, cursing. He took his fucking aggression out on the fucking cows sometimes. I mean, I don't think he'd like beat the fuck out of the cows, but he'd be yelling at them. Like if they do something, like, you know, cows are animals. You know, we're animals. You know, sometimes we don't want to do what you ask us, so we gonna be hard headed. But when they were hard headed, he'd be like extra. But anywho, so bro had anger issues, right? And when this would happen, I would always climb up and freak out because I don't like confrontation in that way. I've never been that kind of person. Like when people are yelling at me, I shut down. But I mean that's because like I'm freezing. Like that's my fear response to like people getting mad at me is me freezing and being like, ooh. So when he would do this, like of course I wouldn't respond in a way that I wanted to, in a way that I wish I could have remained calm and been like, okay, what do you need me to do now? Like what is it that, like, because I'm in the middle of milking 50 cows and you're in the middle of doing whatever the fuck you're doing. You got time to milk these 50 cows while I handle that? Like, what do you want from me? I wish I was able to like really stay calm. Sometimes I was, but it was terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Like bro, it was scary. What are you supposed to do when bro's throwing wheelbarrows and bales of hay and shit and like it's not fun. So basically, like, you know, in those situations, like after he would leave, I would calm down. I'd pet the cows because like, I had some favorite cows. Some of the cows, most of the cows actually really love me. So I'd be petting them and being like, "Hey man, he crazy," you know, just like rubbing on him, talking my emotions out. Because like, what else am I supposed to do? I restored my peace before I even left the job because I was like, I need to finish what I'm doing. Because after I milk all the cows, I gotta feed the calves, and then after I feed the calves, I gotta feed the cows. Because I gotta make sure everybody locked up so they don't wander away. And then at some point we started letting them go out into the field. But anywho, I'm just saying, like, in that situation, you know, I could have just completely froze up and been like the rest of the day, but instead I decided to love on some cows, give some cows some love, you know what I mean? And give myself love in the process. Because what was I supposed to do? Obviously I fixed the stuff that I needed to fix, you know, that I could fix, that I could help him with, because I mean, it really was just him running this farm on his own. He ran everybody else away. You know. Anyway, but yeah, so like I went back to my piece, and this was before I really started doing it. I had just started my self-development journey, and I'm just saying, like, I'm giving myself props because, like, damn, I I really did do that. I'm like, I'm having a realization right here in this moment with you, okay? But what do you do in those situations, right? Do you blow up? Do you like meet them with that same energy, be like, oh motherfucker, or do you sit there and be like, okay, and what now? Or like, you know, like what's going on? Like observing your surroundings and like also taking mental note, like what's going on? What caused this in the first place? Is this something that you can like prevent? Maybe you need to create a paper trail because they're being abusive. You know what I mean? So yeah. So then the next thing I want to talk about are my non-negotiables. Every stuff I do every day. You know, a time scheduled, time sensitive, you know, schedule may work for some people. It probably works for quite a lot of people. Personally, I love it, but I can't implement it every single day. Like if I have a lot of shit I need to do and I know I need to do it in a certain amount of time, it's nice. But it's not something that I can do every single day, so I don't. But there are things that I do every single day that are my non-negotiables. Like I will every morning, I've said this before, I wake up. I literally wake up. I have to go pee. I'll go pee. Whatever. I come back to my bed, right? But like I wake up and I immediately meditate, unless I have to pee, like I said. And then I lay in bed, prop my pillow underneath me, lay on my back, and I start breathing. And I breathe until I enter a relaxed state. And of course, this really helps if I just woken up because I can go right back into this relaxed state, right? I'm sorry, I got bit on the ankle and it's so itchy. Like I just got bit and I sprayed everything. I'm sad right now. The fucking mosquitoes are getting bad. I'm covered in deep, like I'm covered in that deep wood shit because like they love me. They love old positive people. Okay. So anyway, so I wake up in the morning and I lay down and I breathe deeply and then I get into a relaxed state and then I start my meditation. Most of the time, recently, I've been doing my Kundalini awakening, which a lot of people say you need people to help you with that. But my guides are helping me and I believe that I've created a safe enough space for me to be able to enact on that. But anyway, I've been working on that. So I imagine the serpent going from my root chakra or my bottom tailbone of my spine, up my spine and into the astral field every morning because that's what I do. And every morning it gets a little bit more and more open. I can actually feel it. It's a really nice feeling. I mean, now that I'm talking about it, I can actually feel it like in my body. Like it's like a really warm. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it feels good. Anyway, but I've been doing that recently because I was told by my guides, hey, it's just about to get intense. Work on that, all right? And I'm like, okay. So that's what I've been doing. But usually what I'll do is I'll wake up and I'll like let go of yesterday. Aside from the Kundalini practice, I wake up, I let go of yesterday, I breathe, and I think about the things that I did good or things that whatever or things that I'm proud of, right? And then I put on my armor, which is actually I put on scales. I don't put on like regular armor. I put on like dragon scales because there's more movement to that, and I like the aesthetic, the dragon scales. And then that's like my armor. If you're Christian, the armor of the Lord. You got the sword of righteousness and the shield of. I don't know. I don't remember. Do not quote me. Okay, it's in the Bible. Go look it up. But the breastplate. They all have different names. But anyway, yeah. So there's like I'm basically doing that, and then I ask my guides, what now? What do you want me to do now? Because at this point, like, I'm ready for my day, but, like, sometimes they want to show me something. Sometimes they want to take me somewhere. Sometimes I go to the ocean. Sometimes I go to the forest. Sometimes I go to this world that is it's not constantly changing. It's pretty, I go to another world, all right? I'm not going to sit here to explain it to you. This is not important. But just know that I let my spirit guides, I let my higher self take me on this nice journey. And it's nice. It's peaceful. It's something that brings me peace. It reminds me, okay, I love myself, Sometimes I do get met with my younger selves, my younger versions of myself. And sometimes I'll be in the meditation state and I'll be like just chilling. And my nose. My nose just started running suddenly. I think it's because of the spray. Anywho, sometimes I'll run into my younger self. I mean, one time I was in the ocean and then something got my attention and it was like, you need to go find yourself. And I was like, find myself? Like, what do you mean find myself? Like, I'm already right here. And I felt like a part of me was like feeling neglected. And I was like, okay, like, where is she? Like, where can I find her? And I ended up finding myself. It was my younger self. She was crying. She was really upset. And so I took her with me and I was like, fuck it, let's go to the ocean. Like, cause I was like I feel really comfortable in that scape that my guides take me to. And I took her with me to the ocean and we chilled and we hung out. And sometimes she visits me even when I'm not in meditation, like when I'm dancing. She wants to dance with me. I fucking love it. I love it. She's like my 7-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 5-year-old. I don't know. She's literally from the ages of 3 to 10. That's how she appears to me. And I love her so much. We just dance. We have fun. We vibing. But anywho, so you never know what's gonna happen when you're meditating, right? For me, that's how I meditate. Some people they go in with a specific reason, with a specific intention, and that's what they do. But that's one of my non-negotiables, okay? I meditate, and that lasts from anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. I let my higher self do all that for me. This is why I don't have a normal job. You guys want to support me? Please. I have all the resources down below in the link tree. I would appreciate it. Anyway. But yeah, so those are my non-negotiables. And at one point I also used to do journaling every morning. I don't do it as often as I used to because I will sit down and journal when I feel the need to. Like I don't just like it's more of a I come to it when I feel like I need to do that, you know what I mean? Like, and another thing too I've said before, like your healing journey, your healing process does not need to be your whole fucking life. Like your life is literally your healing. Right? You could take breaks from that shit. Oh my god, it's so itchy. Like you guys, I want to show you. Like it's so red. Like look at that. Look how red that is. Like damn. And so, another thing that I do besides meditation, because like I'm not gonna lie, 30 minutes of meditation sounds pretty fucking intimidating for someone who's never meditated before. You can start with 5 minutes. You can start with 1 minute. You can just breathe. I literally started off just focusing on my breath, and then it kind of went on from there, and then it evolved into this huge. Now it's like a universe that I like go to. It's really cool. But another thing you can also do is like a moving meditation. I like while you're driving or doing the dishes, walking, things that don't like require you to like have them. I mean, like, of course, when you're driving, you should be paying attention. But like things that don't require you to have like the most like concentration, right? If you're driving to work, like usually it's the same, same path. You just take the same path to work, right? And you go through the same. You're going through the motions. Instead of just going through the motions, you can be more intentional about it. You can be like, okay, like when I'm moving my hands on the wheel, I'm paying attention to where I'm putting them. When I am, signaling, I'm paying attention to how I'm signaling. When I shift in and out of gear, I don't know if you got my manual, I don't know. Shift in and out, from reverse to park, reverse to park to drive. It sounds like I drive a manual car. I don't. I drive automatic. soon I'll have manual. Anyway, like that kind of stuff. Your foot on the brake, on the gas. When you're washing the dishes, like how is your arm movement? How much soap are you using? Like how's the plate feel in your hand? Or what's the temperature of the water? All that stuff, right? Or when you're walking, literally, like when you put your foot down, like how does that feel? And you're also while you're doing these things, you're checking in with yourself. How do you feel while you're doing these things? Because this is like the basis of a moving meditation, is to know how you feel while you're doing these seemingly mundane mundane actions, seemingly regular boring ass fucking actions. Taking a shower, like you can do this when you're taking a shower. I do this shit while I'm taking a shower. You know what I mean? So it's like, how does it make you feel while you're doing it? Where does your mind go? And also at the same time, like if your mind goes somewhere, what is this task reminding you of or bringing to mind? This ankle is so itchy, guys, bro. I need to stop scratching it for real. And then you want like integrity check. Like you want to internally dialogue. Like you want to monitor your internal dialogue. That's what I was trying to say. So you want to like check like your mental value. You don't want your you want to make sure your mental value, your inner peace, your inner sanctuary does not start to depreciate, lose value, because you're using self-deprecating thoughts, speaking to other people in self-deprecating ways, just like tearing yourself down in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be doing that shit to yourself. You want to make sure that you are building yourself up, because when you do this, when you take note of what's going on in your mind, it becomes a habit to the point where now, like during the day, you'll think and you're like, you'll think to yourself, oh, I'm stupid. Like, why did I think that? You know what I mean? And then instead of like being like, oh, I'm gonna dive into no, you're gonna be like, no, I don't want that. I am not stupid. I am smart in my own right. Maybe I can't do this specific task, but that does not mean that I'm stupid, right? It means that I just don't know. We call babies stupid because they don't know how to speak. They don't know how to walk. That's fucking dumb. If you tell me, that's dumb behavior. Like, why would you be mad at a baby because they can't speak or walk? There's something wrong with you. Okay. So, like, keep up with that because you want those things to help you and to aid you and guide you to your next level up, to keep your peace on earth, like your heaven on earth. If you want your heaven on earth, you got to keep your peace. Now we're going to talk about boundaries, the sovereignty of no, and the armor of self-intimacy, because like I said, I keep going I'm gonna keep going say it till I die. Self-intimacy is the only way. It is the most important thing that you can keep with your life. Keep in your life. It's the most important thing you keep in your life. You're not intimate with yourself. You're not really intimate with anybody. Because you only meet people as deeply as you've met yourself. And if you're not being mindful of yourself, if you're not taking note of yourself, if you're not checking in with yourself, there's a really good fucking chance you ain't checking in with other people in the ways that you think you are. And maybe you are, but then you're abandoning yourself, right? So you want to make sure that you stay intimate yourself, okay? Because it's your armor. And remember, no is a full fucking sentence. If someone shows up, you say no, and they're like, well, out my fucking life. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you can't stay in my life if you gonna act like that. What do you think this is? Like, I'm not no doormat. Yeah, I might be acting soft, but I'm not a fucking doormat. That's for damn sure. So remember that your no means, it does literally, no means fucking no. It needs no explanation. It needs none of that. You don't owe anybody shit, and they don't owe you shit. We choose who we want to form alliance with and become friends with, and to give our energy and our newfound knowledge and our growth and the potential and all that stuff that we have. We choose who do we give that to. That's not something that we just have to do, right? And even if they're family, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this, but even if they're family, you don't have to give them shit. Some family ain't shit. I got some family that ain't shit. Life is life, and bro. Sometimes your family just ain't shit. So don't like feel like, whatever. But also at the same time, like, I understand, right? You want to like slowly work this stuff. If you can work back up, right? When you realize that these people don't have respect for you, or that they don't care about what you have to say, then what you can do is stop giving them as much of your energy and attention than you used to. Like, slowly back out of that. And also, like, stand your fucking ground. Like, tell them what your fucking boundaries are. If they don't fucking get it, pull away from them. This is practice. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, maybe it's heartbreaking. Maybe it fucking hurts like a son of a bitch. But god damn it, it's fucking practice for you to protect your peace. Because when that shit hits the fan, when it starts to get hard, you know that you got your fucking back. Even if it's against your fucking mother. Even if it's against your dad. Even if it's against your yeah, I smell pretty bad, I know. That's a love bug. I wish there were more out here so I didn't have to spray myself, but I don't know where they all went. Protect me. Anyway, but like, even if it's like against like somebody who raised you, I'm sorry. Some of those are the worst heartbreaks, and I'm sorry you have to go through that. I had to go through that with my fucking grandmother and my biological father. Fuck that guy. Fuck her. I can't. I can't do it. I can't keep up with that shit. I don't want that shit in my fucking life. You shouldn't want that shit in your life either. And yes, it sucks and it hurts, and it's like, damn, I really thought you would be the person that I could come to, I could, whatever with, and they're not. Like, a moment of silence, bro, because like, just fucking sucks. So slowly move them out, like, of your life, right? And if it feels good when they're gone and it feels awful when they're around, your body does not fucking lie. Your body will not lie to you. It literally physically cannot lie to you. Okay, you feel constricted, you feel like when you're around this person, or you feel drained and slow and sluggish. They're not for that. Energy is not for you. And when they're away and you feel like, oh my god, the best time of my life, this is amazing, I love when they're not around. guess what? You love when they're not around. Start spending less time with that person until you don't have to spend time with them at all. Now I understand, right? If you have obligations, if you co-parent, if you have coworkers, right, you can't get away from, or you have a living situation that you're stuck in. When you deal with those people, set your boundaries first and foremost, okay? Those people need boundaries. Now, only take care of the tasks at hand, right? You know, you're co-parenting, your daughter, your son, whoever the fuck needs something, and you need to talk to the other parent for it, do it, right? You don't need to kiss ass. You don't need to exchange pleasantries. You ain't gotta be like, oh, no. It's about that kid. It's about what that kid needs, not about what is going on between you guys, right? It's about your child. Same thing at work. If you need to talk to somebody about something and you don't like them, right? You know, little asshole. Then only talk to them when you absolutely need something, when you need something done in your department or for your job or whatever. But other than that, they don't need to talk to you. They don't need to gossip. They don't need a water cup, fountain, water cooler, whatever the fuck. They don't need to do any of that with you. You don't need to do any of that with them. You don't owe them shit, remember? They don't owe you shit. You don't owe them shit. The only thing they owe you is to help you get your job done. If that is their job, to help you get your job done, right? Then go do it. In a living situation, again, same thing. You ain't gotta sit there and be like, oh, you want me to cook you? You wanna... No. No. Keep your fucking peace. If something needs to get clean, something needs to get done, and they said they were going to do it, or if they said that there was something that they needed to do that has to do with your living situation, then keep them accountable for it. And also, like, keep up your end of it too. Like, don't just like push everything off onto them because you don't like them. Okay? No more, no less. Get the task done at hand. Do not go into feeling like you owe them anything because you don't owe them shit. I don't care who they are. You don't owe them shit. All right, okay. Because you are your adult now. You are your protective safety blankie from the boogeyman. You are the one that gets all the bad, mean people to leave you alone. You are the person who stands up for yourself now. You don't have a parent to do it for you, and if you're young watching this video, then good for you. But you don't have a parent to tell you, what you can and cannot do. You are in control of your own fucking life. I don't care where the fuck you are. You're in control of your life. You're in control of what you do, say, think, and it's not experience, but you're in control of those things. What you experience is outside of you. What that person over there is doing is outside of you. What your dog is doing, outside of you. What your kid is doing, outside of you. What your mom is doing, outside of you. What your boss is doing, that's outside of you. Anybody, anything outside of you and what you do and how you feel and how you think is shit that you should not be even concerned about, because like you can't do anything with that. What are you supposed to do? Hear that? Well, we probably hear birds, but nothing you need to do. Okay. We can have some ASMR. I'm joking. There ain't no fucking ASMR. I ain't doing that shit. But I'm just telling you, like, there's nothing you can do. There's some things outside of you. So, just wanted to let you know that. Because when you sit there and try to do that, like, you won't go crazy. You're just trying to, like, control shit that's outside of you. Back to life. I need to stop. I keep seeing these ASMR people on TikTok, like, and they always do, like, the lip pops. And I'm like, why do you do that? That kind of sounds gross sometimes. Sometimes it, like, sounds wet. I don't like that. I don't like hearing people chew. I'm cool with hearing other animals chew, like dogs and rabbits and things like birds. Like birds don't chew, but you know what I mean. People eating too much saliva for me. Too much saliva. I mean, unless dog is drooling, and I'm like, I don't want to hear the dog eat either. Anyway, okay. Reel it back in, Jamila. This has nothing to do with the fuck we're talking about. I distracted myself. Oh my god, it's hot right now. Cause I feel Embarrassed. Oh my god, embarrassed. I thought there was like a mosquito on me. I was about to piss. I mean, you guys see how I'm like, this fucking ankle, bro, is the whole fucking ankle is red now. I'll take a shower. I'm about to go take a shower, so it'll be good. It'll be okay. It will be fine. It will be fine. Okay. Alright, so the closing, becoming your own superpower. So the final anchor I have for you guys is like, you are the interpreter of your own sign, right? And I have signs that I have like in my life that bring me back to the present moment, like hearts. These are actually heart beads. I'm not gonna get all close to the camera, but these are actually heart beads, little plastic beads. You know, like when you're a kid and made bracelets and shit. That's what this is. I had them in my like little hair kit from when I was a kid, and I opened it up and I was like, ooh, I want to put them in. So I did, and they've been in for like weeks now. But who's gonna fucking tell me otherwise? I can do what I want, right? You can do what you want, right? Okay. But like I see hearts in nature like all the time. Like I'll see hearts in like in the trees, the way the trees curve together, or like in leaves. I'll see it in water spots, like or you know, on the windshield. Like I'll see like a puddle. Actual hearts, like not like Valentine's, you know, like I see like not like a beating like heart, anatomically correct heart either. But I'm talking about like they're regular hearts, but they're in just places that I normally wouldn't see hearts, right? It could be literally a patch of ground or like a patch of grass that looks like a heart. I have like I might put some pictures actually of some hearts that I've seen. 'Cause I take pictures of them sometimes. I'm gonna put them up over here. But yeah, and I see hearts all the time, and it always reminds me to breathe. Come back to the present moment because this is all I really have and all I really can do, right? And I choose to. Sorry, I cut it because I really did not want her sitting behind me because she was probably about to roll all over me, and I'm trying to tell you guys the conclusion here. But anywho, it's like a little tap on the shoulder, like, hey, remember that you're here. And you can do the same thing for yourself. You can actually make something for yourself. Like you can have like maybe the lock screen on your phone, or like your wallpaper on your computer, someplace, or like a mirror, the mirror in your window, the mirror in your window, the mirror in your bathroom, or maybe on the front door, put a sticky note or something. Like anything. Like you can literally make these reminders for yourself. It could be a piece of bracelet, a piece of jewelry that you wear, and when you touch it, it reminds you of like grounding in the now and remembering to like check in on yourself and to be your own best friend. um it could be a series of different things. It could literally be like every time you like maybe you like pass a specific person at your job all the time, or like their workspace, and every time you pass their workspace you just like remember like, okay, deep breath, right here in the moment, you know what I mean? I don't know, and it could be anything. It could be literally be a conversation. Maybe you overhear someone talking about something to somebody and it reminds you of something, and it just like reminds you to like be here in the moment. Be in the present moment. Because being in the present moment and checking in on yourself is the most powerful thing you can do. It is like literally your fucking superpower, because a lot of people out here don't do that shit. Plain and simple, they don't do that shit, and you're gonna be the one out here that's doing it. You're gonna be doing it for yourself. You're gonna be turning it up for yourself, girl, boy. They, them, person, human, you turn up for yourself, human being. If you don't feel like you're a human, I'm sorry that I didn't include you, but I include you. We are souls having experiences on this planet. I don't know how long YouTube's gonna be around. Anyway, so remember that no one else can be you, right? And you have specific dreams and goals and ambitions for a reason. And no one else can experience them the way that you're supposed to experience them, the way you're supposed to bring them into this world. Like, ain't nobody got the flair you got. Like, I make these videos, I make blog posts, I do other videos. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of this stuff is boring, but a lot of people find a lot of value in it. I feel bad saying it's boring, but like there's more I want to do, but I don't have the means to do it. At least right now, you know, soon. I feel like soon the means will come soon. I'm gonna get just a sip of water before I said I was gonna get water, but truly we cut because there was the crop duster. It just happened to go really close to where I was, and now it's across the street and wherever the fuck it went. Anyway, so this is your graduation decree. You have gone through the month. You have learn the things. So I'm going to say this quickly. You have gone through the month, you have graduated, you've done the things, you are now on your way to living a better quality life and having heaven on earth, because who doesn't want heaven on earth? Am I right? This crop duster is going to make me go insane. I'm going to finish this quickly. So real quick, before I disappear and leave, I want to leave you guys with this prompt for the week. What is one sanctuary ritual you are bringing with you into the next month to ensure your afterglow will last? Well, your afterglow will never fade. Well, basically last, yeah. So think about it and put it in the comments if you want to. If not, that's fine. Keep it to yourself. But like, use that as a check-in and love on yourself. And yeah, I'm super excited for next month, because next month's about mental health, and it's National Mental Health Month or World Mental. I don't know, but I'm doing mental health stuff. I've always do mental health stuff, but we're doing more mental health. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, just come back next month and we'll have more specifics. So I love you guys so very much. Seriously, I do. And I hope you guys find what you guys are looking for. I hope you guys go check out the blog, check out the website, all the resources that I have. Go into other social medias, follow me there. You get some more of the good energy in your life. And yeah, if you guys want to support, like I said earlier, please support. I would love you guys to support and help, because this shit costs money. It is not cheap. It costs me, like, on this business alone, I spend about $200 a year. You know, that's out of my own pocket, but I'm also like not making money like that. So it would be very helpful to have people and to help with that and to add to it. So it's something that I can keep doing. And I want to do this full time. Like, that's just my heart, right? I want to share that with you guys because I feel like it's fair. You guys should know. I want to do this full time for you guys. Like, I want to give you guys my best, but it's hard to do that when I have to worry about money. Anyway, I love you guys so very much. I seriously, truly do. I really do. I love that you guys comment. When you guys comment, honestly, like, it's payment to me. Like, when you guys comment and tell me how much, like, this means to you, it really helps me. It encourages me to keep going, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep going, but then I'm like, wait, no, I can keep going. Because I'm making a difference. I'm actually helping people, you know what I mean? And I love helping you guys. I love showing up for you guys. So yeah, I love you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are on the 24-hour scale. Okay, bye!